The Kansas Legislature is officially back to work, finding ways to solve the state's education funding crisis. KSNT News' Austin Barnes is joined by Caroline Sweeney to talk about what might happen on this day, too.
That's right, Jared. Now, Caroline and I are back out here for day 2 of the special legislative session focused on fixing education funding. Right. Now, yesterday was a pretty long day, went into the evening hours, but no votes were made.
No votes were made yesterday.
Now, the opening session ended around 5. Those 2 bills were introduced by 2 committees. The bills are structured the same. That's what Senator Ty Masterson told a packed joint committee. And although bills were brought forward, that doesn't mean they were allowed to be introduced formally. Now, in the first few minutes of the session yesterday, the GOP blocked a plan by the Democrats.
That's right.
So what can you tell us about that, Caroline? I know you were here for the whole thing.
Right. So early yesterday morning, some of the Senate and House members left the chambers, came out to the rail to introduce bills, and that's how they are heard by the committees and then possibly the floor. But yesterday I was speaking with one lawmaker, and she said that a bill for the first time in her 14 years wasn't even allowed to be introduced.
And that has never happened in the 14 years I've been involved in the state government. Every bill that's ever offered for introduction has been voted yes to introduce it. Whether we ever hear it or not is another matter, but I've never seen a bill turned down at introduction, and that's very sad.
Now, just because a bill is introduced doesn't mean it's going to be heard by either of the committees, but it was just something that Representative Carlin said, as you heard, is a very sad day, a part of this legislative process. Now, coming up today, SB 1 or House Bill 2001, which, like you said, Senator Ty Masterson said, were exactly the same bill, will move from the committees onto the chamber floors of both the House and the Senate, and it will go up for debate and possibly a vote this afternoon.
It is expected to be another long day as they do try to meet that June 30th deadline.
Yes, that deadline is fast approaching.
Absolutely. And of course, you'll be here all day. We're going to have your team coverage. We've got your back. You can follow us on Twitter. We're going to be on there. We're going to be on all social media, as well as our website, ksnt.com, for complete coverage. Austin Barnes with Caroline Sweeney outside the State House, KSNT News.
All right, thank you, Austin and Caroline. As Austin said, stay tuned to our social media channels and also ksnt.com for updates on this developing story throughout the day.